If I told you to think of a game so important it was dubbed as the final to end all finals, what would come to mind? Maybe a prime Real Madrid versus a prime Barcelona UCL final. That would make sense, but did you know that a game like this already happened? Well, let's talk about it. In South America, their version of the Champions League is known as the Copa Liberatores, and in 2018 we saw the craziest final matchup when two of the biggest rivals in footballing history met each other, Boca Juniors versus River Plate. This rivalry spans back a century, however. The two teams were founded just 4 years apart. In 1901, River Plate was established, and not too soon after, Boca Juniors would also be founded. With the teams both having origins in La Boca, an Argentinian neighborhood in the capital city of Buenos Aires, it's easy to tell why they don't like each other. These two teams are the most successful clubs in Argentina by a long shot, with River Plate winning 38 Argentinian titles and Boca trailing behind with 35. The next team in line, Racing Club, only has 18. The two clubs aren't just successful in Argentina, however, and have won a combined 10 Copa Libertadores titles, with Boca Juniors winning the silverware 6 times. That's the second most in history. Not only are they successful, but both clubs have also super passionate fan bases. I mean, these fans go wild whenever the two clubs meet. An endless amount of fireworks, screams and chants, flags being waved, and crazy parties if your side wins are the expectations. So just imagine the scenes when these two were set to play in a final for the most important trophy in South American club football. The road to the final for both teams wasn't easy, with Juniors actually finishing second behind Palmeiras in their group stage. They would go on to beat Libertad, Cruzeiro, and then get their revenge on their group leaders in the semifinals to secure their spot. While River Plate would actually finish first in their group, they would have to face fellow Argentine sides Racing Club and Independiente, and they would have to go on to beat Gremio, the reigning champions, in the semis. And if you didn't know, the Copa Libertadores used to have two-legged finals, where each team would play in their home stadium once. And the first match would be held in one of the most iconic stadiums all over the world, La Bombonera. Boca Juniors would take the lead in the 34th minute of the first leg, but it wouldn't be able to hold on for it long because Prato would equalize for River Plate. Just 10 minutes later, Boca would once again recover the lead. Just before the half, a cheeky header was slotted into the top corner. But once again, River Plate had their answer. A ball whipped into the box was hit by a Boca defender, causing an own goal. The first leg of the final would go on to end 2-2. This would make the second leg even more interesting, but it wouldn't be such an innocent affair. As the day of the second leg, the Boca Juniors team bus was en route to the River Plate Stadium until it was actually attacked by the fans of the home side. They would throw projectiles, breaking the windows of the bus, and actually having pepper spray thrown in there as well. Obviously, some players had been hurt due to this, and the event, as well as the match, also had to be postponed. On the rescheduled day of the match, Boca Juniors would once again appeal for the match to be postponed due to safety concerns, and it was granted. And now, the second leg was thought as too dangerous to be played in Argentina, let alone South America, and for the first time in the competition's history, CONMEBOL had decided to host the finals outside of the two American continents. They would choose Real Madrid's home ground, the Bernabeu, as the host of the second leg. With over 72,000 in attendance, it was sure to be a fiery match. Finally, almost 1 month after the first leg kicked off, the final match would begin. This meant extra time, and the game called the Super Final, it sure lived up to all the expectations. And in the first half of the extra time, Boca Juniors would suffer a red card, putting the team down to 10 men, when Wilmar Barrios was caught stepping on a River Plate player's leg. This would be crucial for River Plate, as they would take the advantage and score in the 109th minute. What stung even worse for Boca was that one of their players had actually gotten injured in the 116th minute, but they had no substitutions left, meaning that they had to play with now 9 men. With nothing left to lose, even the goalie joined the attack, and in the 120th minute, with potentially the last kick of the ball, Boca's Leonardo Jara would shoot one of the last opportunities. But luck just wasn't on their side, and he would hit the post. With one last corner kick and everyone in the box, the River Plate defense would deflect it nicely and send the ball to player Gonzalo Martinez, who had a wide open path to goal right in front of him. As he ran down the pitch, he would send the dagger through all the hearts of the Boca Junior fans, scoring the third and last goal in the 122nd minute, guaranteeing that River Plate win. And with that title, they would secure their 4th Copa Libertadores win. The Super Final was complete, and River Plate came out on top. Although this left many Boca players and fans upset, at least they won the league title that year. But still, it was clear that this loss left them distraught, as even Boca's manager at the time would say, "It's been almost 60 days since this started, and there is tremendous sadness." To be honest, I just have to feel for Boca fans, as just this year they would once again make it to the finals of the Liberatores only to lose to Fluminense in extra time. The Super Classico was one of the craziest derbies in the world, and this final was just proof of that. So what do you think of this final matchup? Is this the fiercest derby in football history? I want to know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, as I will keep making more videos just like this one.